Hello everybody! Since I haven't been making regular videos really, I figured I better catch up on the challenges that I've been missing. This is a challenge from 2 weeks ago? A challenge where we were challenged to dress up in our Halloween costumes for the camera. As you can tell, I am the secret detective L, and also the Doctor. I don't think the two are mutually exclusive concepts. So I have combined the two into becoming a sort of combination epic genius called El Dottore. I found some rosin. The second challenge was to read part of my NaNoWriMo novel. I'm very, very hideously behind on my NaNoWriMo novel. And so, I have an idea. And I have a plan for catching up. I don't have an idea, I just wanted to do that. Now, without any further ado, here is a passage from my NaNoWriMo novel. Dum-dums versus nerds! I think I'll start at the beginning of this chapter. Dum-dums versus nerds! Victoria stumbled a bit as a large raised truck whizzed past her. Her eyes glinted for a moment as she glared from beneath her bangs at whomever had passed her. It was Miles and Mello. Miles and Mello are hardly seen without each other. If it weren't for word count purposes, I would feel inclined to refer to them as Miles and Mello, as a little homage to Sam and Eric from Lord of the Flies, but since we're on a word schedule, I will do myself the honor of spelling out their whole names. Miles O'Connor, first, was a senior at Stella Grove High School. He treaded a line on campus between anonymity, notoriety, and complete obscurity. Obscure in his attitude and social circle, Miles spent most of his time in the wood shop, the auto shop, or the tech closet, or the art room. Making an executive decision, Miles is a sculptor. Miles spent most of his time out behind the art building working on some project or other and wasting time with Mello. Miles was remarkable for his appearance. He was the sort of guy freshmen would refer to as that guy. He was tall, for starters, and he had not a slight figure, but a robust, full-bodied, and barrel-chested demeanor. With gangly yet muscular long limbs, Miles didn't so much walk as saunter stride lope around campus. Being an art student and seeing as all of the art teachers at Stella Grove High School were potheads, Miles had little regard for the dress code that the rest of the students were inclined to follow. He walked around in long, open Hawaiian shirts, his pleasantly hairy chest born to the world. On cold days, the Hawaiian shirts were replaced with cool button-downs in earthy colors, or bright colors, or with odd patterns, similarly unbuttoned, and topped with an old gray vest, which may or may not be buttoned. On especially cold days, this vest was made of a shaggy gray fur that could only have belonged to a yak. Birkenstocks were another of Miles's fashion staples. Cold days, there were black socks to match. Always skinny jeans, not too tight, too loose as a matter of fact, and always a bandana or scarf tied around his forehead. He had a fair complexion, hair bleached blonde from summer days at the river or at work in the field. Where his skin had not been burnt, it had tanned nicely into a brownish olive color. His hair was long and fine, shoulder length, but straight and not in the least shaggy. Sunglasses evocative of John Lennon or the Dude or something, and a fedora. Miles took it upon himself to walk, or lope, as we have been calling it, softly. Miles also carried a big stick. It was really just an oversized cane, oversized to compensate for his gargantuan height, made from cheap bamboo, but he carried it with him everywhere. People say he acquired it sophomore year when he tore his ACL not on a playing field or in a sports game, but in a required hip-hop dance session of physical education class. He was in physical therapy for a year, and due to his non-active lifestyle and his unrelenting laziness, it never healed completely, and he still lopes with the slightest of limps. This is diminished by the use of the cane. He idolizes Teddy Roosevelt, but looks like Franklin Delano. We'll meet his younger sister later.
That's perfect. I'm kind of craving shortcake right now.